Hey, welcome back everybody. Finally getting some much needed rain. And that's a good thing. Hopefully it keeps up for a while. Okay, J20 back out of the trailer. And kind of dark out right now, but I'm working on getting the chassis buttoned up completely. I'm finishing the receiver hitch that I started forever ago. I've got to put some brake lines in. I've got all the stuff. I got to do the rear brakes. I got the front all set up. I put new rotors on there. I don't know, 2 years ago, a year ago. I don't even know. I'm losing track of time. Calipers and all parts are still inside the truck. So I got to hang the calipers and the pads, new brake hoses and emergency brake cables, things like that. So I'm trying to get it a little further along. 360's got to come out. I'm going to reseal the 360. I did get that running. If you are a follower of my channel, I did get this running. That's when I found out the transmission was shit. Sent that out, got screwed on that, and got the T18 ready to go in. So 360's coming out. Got to get that resealed. I'll probably do a pan, head gaskets, timing cover gaskets, stuff like that. Maybe throw a new timing chain in there. But that's got to come out, and I'm going to try and get the drivetrain in here, get it running and driving, and then work on it little by little. So, but that's just a weekend project or something, you know. I got so much to do in the shop, so we'll get back on this. I'll show you some stuff as it happens. I don't know how many guys are interested in the J trucks. I love them, but I don't know if anybody on the channel does too. But I'll show you some stuff from time to time. Let's go see what's happening in the shop. Okay, Lou, I've got all the pieces on your engine. I just finished pressure lubing it. There's oil throughout there. Gonna add some more oil. There's no leaks or anything. It's nice to pressure lube them because you can see if there's going to be any nuisance leaks or anything. Oil filter is repaired with a new top. And I just got, you know, I've got my distributor in there, the electronics wires and stuff is how I start them. I've got my high torque starter there. And we'll get it running on, like I say, on a known carb and stuff. I've got to get some water in there. I've got a battery charging, and we'll see if we can't make some smoke pretty soon. I'll get a fan on it, and off we'll go. So, be a few minutes. I'll be right back with you. Okay guys, got a fan set up. I got Lou all ready to fire. A couple guys asked me what kind of wiring I did to get these running. There's really not much to it. Got a negative cable grounded to the block. Got my positive cable. And that goes to just a floor starter switch. So I have a way to engage the starter, and then I have my high torque starter there. So the other side of that starter switch goes to there. Make a little jumper to the solenoid there. Nothing fancy. Pertronics. You got a black and white, black negative, red positive, and then I have a jumper. This jumper wire goes from the positive, and then when I'm ready to fire, that hooks onto the positive right there, gives it power, and you're off to the races. So, nothing too fancy. I'm gonna fire Lou up here, and we'll pull it through a couple times, and I gotta hold the RPM 2000, you know, for a while. So I'm not just gonna keep the camera on that. Sometimes when I start engines, I'll have a throttle man or something, somebody to do some stuff while I'm setting the timing and this and that and the other thing, but I'm alone today as usual, and there's a lot to do when you fire up an engine. So I'm going to fire it, Lou, and you'll hear it run, you'll see it run. We'll probably hold it around 2,000 for just a little bit, and that'll be that. So I'll show you that for a little bit, and then right after that we're going to drop this. While the engine's hot, we're going to drop the break-in oil out after 30 minutes and put the Shell Rotella in there. We'll give the filter a couple twists, get the junk out of there, and that's going to be it. The fan's going to be on, so it's going to be noisy. And let's see if we can get this guy fired up. Okay guys, I know I wasn't able to show you a lot. There's a lot going on with the new engine. I got 30 minutes of run time on this guy. We're going to drop the oil out of there, pull the screws out of that guy. We're going to drain that oil filter too. Like I say, the first 30 minutes is kind of critical. Everything's breaking in fast. There's a lot going on. I still got the fan on. Lou, we had 40 pounds of oil pressure at idle. It kicked up a little bit when we brought the RPM up. It's running rock steady at 170 degrees, and it stayed right there for 30 minutes. And like I say, I'm going to drain the oil now. The engine is still hot, and it's actually heat soaking right now. It's up to about, just crept off of 170, and it's almost 180 now, so a little bit of a heat soak right now. I'm draining the oil hot, and Shell Rotella is going in there next. So it runs absolutely perfect. There's no leaks whatsoever, and it's going to make good power for you. So let me get busy and get the oil drain next. Okay Lou, there is the break-in oil, all the assembly lube, everything, all the good assembly lube and stuff I put in there, extreme pressure lube, cam bearing, break-in paste, everything. That's all coming out now. Engine sat for 30 minutes at 170. Everything is coming out now, and it's a very critical oil change after the first 30 minutes. I know a lot of guys don't like to do that, but I feel it's critical. You get all the stuff you don't want in that engine out of there. Okay, temperature's coming down. We can shut the fan off pretty soon and start breaking this guy down. Okay Lou, I'm getting your engine stripped down, ready to go. I've got some tags on there, just some reminders. Don't tighten these bolts until your bell housing is on. That moves just enough so it's difficult to get the bolts in if it's tight. Okay, one thing that I need you to be sure of is that your radiator is either new or record. A lot of trouble comes from guys, you know, they say, oh, it ran good with the old engine and doesn't run, you know, cool enough with the new engine. Now this engine's brought back to factory specs. It's not a loose, worn out engine. It's going to build a little bit of heat. I had it running for 30 minutes at 170 degrees with a new radiator that I use for startup, so don't skimp on a radiator. Make sure that the radiator is new or record. A used one sometimes just isn't going to make it. You have Shell Rotella in the engine now. You know, after maybe 100 miles or so, you're going to change that again. You're going to give this guy a couple twists. Loosen right here. Okay, loosen that right there. Give that a couple twists. And then, you know, after you do that a couple times, pull the plug and get the sludge out of there. Your heat riser is working properly. That works good. I did try your fuel pump on there. It does not run as good as my startup fuel pump, so be careful with that. Don't starve this engine for fuel. Maybe get another one or have that one rebuilt. You could just feel the performance and the way it takes fuel with the carburetor I started it with compared to yours. So be careful on that. Make sure your carburetor is adjusted good. Set your timing. The engine right now is on top dead center, Lou. Distributor is in. Set your timing to 5 before top dead center. After you put your coil in there and all your guts to the distributor, and you're good to go. Your flywheel, as you can see, has been resurfaced. That's the clutch you brought me. It was like brand new. Again, all the broken valve springs in this engine are why you had no performance. Your valves just weren't open and closing correctly. So it ran perfectly. There are no leaks. And it ran, like I say, at 170 degrees. There's a 165 thermostat in there. Ran 170 degrees for 30 minutes. And make sure you time it correctly. I put a yellow mark there at 5 before. There's a little hole in the back there. That's one of the weirder kind of timing things they had. The last guy painted it pink or something, but you could see it as it's going around. Make sure you're 5 before, and you'll be good. So I'm going to get it out of the test frame here, and I'll get it by the door, and you let me know, Lou, when you want to come get it, and I'll make some time and we'll get it in your truck or car or however, whatever you're picking it up with. Just let me know. We'll get it carefully in there. It's supposed to be a good week this week. Still a little rainy right now out there, but it's supposed to be a good week. You come grab this anytime, and this will be a good engine for you. Make sure you take care of it. Don't idle it for long periods. Don't have your buddies over and just sit there and watch it idle. Get a load on this thing. Put it in your Jeep. Get a load on it. And do some back roads driving. Stop and go. 20, 30, 40 miles an hour. Come to a stop sign. Start again. That's the best thing for a new engine. It only has 30 minutes of run time on it. So treat it like a new engine. Be careful with it. Do not idle for long periods. That'll kill an engine. A new engine especially. We want those rings to seat. So get out there and get it under load. And this will be a good engine for you. Take care of it, and it'll take care of you. So let me know, Lou, when you want to come get it, and I'll have it ready for you. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. That's all I got for you. I'll see you on the next one.